Curry.
What was your dad's name?
My dad's name was Reston Jackson III.
When did you lose your dad?
I lost my dad 9 years ago. It was May the 10th on Mother's Day.
How would you describe your dad?
I would describe my dad as the most amazing father a girl could ever want. Not just a man of God, because he was a bishop and I grew up as a pastor's kid and all of that good stuff, but he was joyful, loving, kind, giving. People thought that he spoiled me, but it wasn't spoiling me. It was an unconditional love, loving me past anything that I did. I could talk to him. He was literally my best friend.
What is your earliest memory you have with your dad?
My earliest memory of my dad was being my PTA president when I was in elementary school. And he came and he ended up being the MC for a talent show that we had. And I was in like the second grade, I think. And he was the MC and he had on like this a trench coat and a hat, and he would sing, and he was so well spoken that everybody loved him, and everybody was saying how lucky I was for him to be my father.
Take me back to the day that you found out your dad had passed or you got the news.
The day that I found out that my dad died, well, I was there. So we were at the hospital. It was a Sunday. Like I said, it was Mother's Day. We went to church. We took my mom to dinner for Mother's Day. I remember coming up to the hospital, and I believe a pastor friend of his, a bishop, came, prayed with us around the bedside. And then I remember leaving to go like change clothes. And then we came back up to the hospital. It was just my mother and I. I remember them asking my father, was he in any pain? The nurse asked him, was he in any pain? And he said, a little bit, I'm in pain. So they gave him some medicine, and they I think they gave him morphine, and they injected it really, really fast. And so I remember his eyes getting really big and him looking at me. And I remember my mom I remember her yelling and screaming his name. I remember him looking at me and me telling him, Dad, it's okay. I think one of the most selfish things that we can do is to hold on to people when they're sick, when their experience of life and their quality of life is not what it should be. I let them go. And my mom, I remember her saying, why did you do that? And she's screaming, why did you do that? Why did you do that? And everybody runs in, the different people ran in, and they turned the monitors off, and he started to slowly drift away. And I remember my brother, we called the different people, my brother coming up, and everybody just couldn't believe it, because just earlier he was okay.
You think you've been able to grieve?
It's been a very long process. I don't think that I grieved the way that I should have grieved. I don't think that initially, I think that I thought that life was just supposed to go on. That, especially because my husband and I were pastors, that we were supposed to just keep the church going, keep our family going, love God. He's in a better place. Everything is okay. But I know that I haven't grieved all the way. There are times when I can't even see his face. I can't hear his voice. So I know that I'm better. I know that there were times I probably wouldn't have even been here to talk. It's been 9 years, but I think the worst part is all the accomplishments as life goes on, as things get better, as you have so many joys that you want to share with a person, you can't share it with them. That's what gets hard. You can't talk to them every day. The worst saying is that time heals all wounds. It doesn't. It just gets harder. Because I've received a doctorate degree. My son's about to graduate high school. I have my own baking company. There are so many things, so many accomplishments that I would like to just share with him that I know he would be proud of, but I can't. So those are the hard things that even when you try to grieve, I don't know what the right way is to grieve. I don't know what that right way is to release or to let it go, and what that really looks like. People say all the time to let it out, write a song, write a poem, talk to them, visit their grave. Those aren't really my things. He's not there. I don't really feel like he's at the gravesite, so I don't go there to the gravesite. So my process of grieving, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know.
If somebody asked you today, what would you like your dad to be remembered by?
I'd like him to be remembered by what a true man of God is. One that is giving. One that loves God at home and when he's dealing with people that he does not know, and when he's dealing with people at church. It doesn't matter. He wasn't different, and he didn't judge. He had no judge of character. I remember one time I got caught by the police drinking and driving, and I got pulled over. And mind you, I'm married with kids. I'm supposed to love the Lord. And I called my dad, and he didn't say nothing. He didn't say a word. He picked me up from the police station, went and got my car. We didn't even have a conversation about it. And that was just the kind of person that he was. And so it's almost like he's irreplaceable. There's nobody like him.